Goeiemôre almal. Hartlike welkom hierso by Middelburg Sewendedag Adventiste Kerk. Ons is gelukkig julle almal is hierso vanmôre met ons. Ons sê welkom aan Nadia se familie wat hier saam met ons is. En dit is ook vir Danel Bason hierso by ons vanoggend. Baie welkom hierso by ons. En dan vir al ons gereelde lidmate, baie welkom. Ons is bly julle is hierso. Ons kan voel die winter kom nader en ons is bevoorrecht om daarom die generator te hê, dat ons kan krag hê, want die loadshedding, ons almal is nou 'n bietjie moeg vir loadshedding ook. Kom ons sluit ons oë, dat ons kan rustig raak voor die Here. Onse Vader in die hemel is, Here, baie dankie vir 'n wonderlike dag. Here, baie dankie vir 'n lekker week waar U saam met ons was, Here. Dankie dat ons vanoggend op hierdie Sabbatdag voor U voete kan kom sit en kan rustig raak. Here, ek vra dat U vandag asseblief die verrigtinge sal seën, Here. En vandag dra ons spesiaal al die mamas ook op aan U, Here. Van Moedersdag wat op die stoep is, Here, waar ons moeders vier. Here, gaan ek met die res van vandag se verrigtinge. Amen. Om almal deel te maak aan vandag se aanbidding, gaan ons vra dat julle saam staan, dan sing ons lied nommer 1, 2, 4 saam. Sit. Ons het hierdie week 3 verjaarsdae gehad. Tannie Brenda het die 8ste verjaar en Colette toe het die 11de verjaar en Nadia het gister verjaar. Baie geluk aan julle verjaarsdag hierdie week. Ons glo die Here sal julle ryklik seën en nog baie jare vir ons hê hier by Middelburg. En dankie vir die voorbeeld wat julle vir ons het. Daar was nie huweliksherdenkings gewees hierdie week of verjaarsdag wat ons gemis het nie. OK, ons gaan dan die sendinglesing luister.
When Stefania was younger, her family owned a house by the sea in Sicily, Italy. She noticed that every morning a neighboring family with 5 children met outside to read the Bible and pray together. One morning, they invited her over to join them.
One of the brothers, Andrea, was particularly wise and also made me laugh. He was kind and totally different from other guys our age, so we started to date. And eventually, he became my husband.
As they dated, Andrea taught Stefania about Adventist principles. She started attending the Adventist church and felt welcomed. After studying and praying, she was baptized. In 2016, Stefania's congregation in Ragusa, Italy, appealed to Adventist members around the world to help them build a new church. Another church member, Marco, remembers how difficult it was to worship in their old space. They occupied the bottom level of a large building. The neighbor upstairs was constantly complaining that they were disturbing him.
He would often hit his floor with a stick to let us know he wasn't happy. But one time, he came downstairs and shattered the front glass door with the stick.
Thanks to your 13th Sabbath offering contribution, this congregation was able to build a stunning new church.
It's absolutely beautiful to be here, in a place where we can be free to worship God without the anxiety and fear that we will upset others. Sometimes I come into the church before everyone else because I'm responsible for music and worship. I come to test microphones and prepare. Sometimes I just stop and gaze at this beautiful space, and tears come to my eyes.
The Ragusa congregation hasn't wasted any time putting this space to use. They conduct a variety of activities and programs focused on serving others.
One way the Adventist Church has impacted my life is by giving me the possibility to give back. To give back part of the blessing that God has given me. Not just in terms of money, but also in terms of time and service dedicated to people.
An often underserved population is the immigrant and refugee community. Adventists in Ragusa use their new space to conduct Italian language courses that help new residents qualify for jobs. The church's support helps these individuals make friends in a social environment and gives them confidence to navigate their new home.
At the end of the course, we have a party for everyone who passes the final test. We have the party here at the church. A lot of people have the opportunity to know the church, its members, and its message.
Adventists in Ragusa want the love of Jesus to be felt by everyone. So they host events where the physically disabled can feel comfortable and have fun.
My dream is that this church may become a totally inclusive church. That everyone who comes here knows that Christ died for them.
Thank you for providing a safe place for church members in Ragusa to serve their community more. Your contribution to this 13th Sabbath offering project in 2016 has impacted countless lives.
Ek is nogals, dit maak my hart so lekker warm as ek sulke tipe van sendingstories sien en luister, want dis ook maar ons storie hier so by Middelburg Gemeente. Hoe lank het ons kerke gehuur en op 'n stadium in huise kerk gegaan, tot ons ook die geleentheid gehad het om ons eie kerk te bou. Ons gaan nou vir die diaken diakonesse geleentheid gee om die dankinsending offergawe op te neem. Kom ons sluit ons oë. Onse Vader wat in die hemel is, Here, baie dankie dat ons die geleentheid het om te kan teruggee, Here. Here, waar ons vanoggend weer gesien het in die sendingles, waar die geld wat ons elke Sabbat gee, daar buite in die wêreld gebruik word om kerke te bou, Here, sodat die mense U kan aanbid. Here, en ook hierso by Middelburg waar ons ook die geleentheid gehad het om ons eie kerk te bou. Here, ons vra dat U hierdie gelde sal vermenigvuldig, Here, en gebruik daar buite sodat U woord by almal sal uitkom. Amen. Ok, vir al die mamas wat vanoggend hierso is, soos julle kan sien op die tafel, het ons is genoeg toerusting as die kinders stout is vanoggend. So, ek weet nie van julle nie, maar ek is nogals nuuskierig. Liza was baie geheimsinnig oor haar uitleiding vanoggend. So ek het nie 'n klou, ek weet dit het met Moedersdag te doen, maar al wat ek van 'n paplepel af weet is pak sla. Okay.
Thank you, Ian. Oh, it's awesome being married and then you can give the first part to your husband to wing it. So today I want to talk about the wooden spoon, but it's not that everybody thinks it is. Normally your mom would take the wooden spoon and give you a good beating if you didn't listen. But today's a little different. This week I sat down and I was wondering what I would talk about, and being the master procrastinator that I am, I waited and couldn't figure out what to do. So while I was Googling and scrolling through the internet, I came upon the love spoon. It is a wooden spoon, but it's made with love and not used to teach you a lesson. So here's a little history lesson, but I promise you it won't be too boring. It's actually kind of interesting. In certain parts of Europe, since the 1676, there was an engagement part made with a wooden spoon. A man would go and he would pick the best piece of wood that he could find. He would go through the forest and he would pick up the best piece of wood. He would then take it home and with love and care, he would carve out a tiny spoon. Like you can see there, it had different shapes and forms, and it was made with great care and love and patience. So he would carve out this spoon and he would then present it to the lady he wishes to marry. But before he could marry her, he couldn't just take the spoon to her and present it to her. He had to go to her father first. Why, you ask? It's her proposal. Because before she could accept the marriage proposal, the father would inspect the spoon. Did it have good quality wood? Was it made with care, love, and was the craftsmanship of great perfection? The reason for this was, if the husband could not find quality wood, he would not look after his wife. If he did not take great care in perfecting this love spoon, it meant that he would not take care of his wife. So the father would inspect this love spoon, and he would then, if he was happy with it, tell the man to go to his daughter. The groom-to-be would tightly wrap this spoon in cloth, and with great care, he would present it to the wife or his suitor. She would then look at it, and if she accepted it, it was a show that they were proposed. It was her promise to him that she would marry him. She would love, honor, and obey him through thick and thin, and they were engaged. The spoon teaches us a lot more than you would think, and we can actually find a lot of it in the Bible. Just like the man took care to carve out this lovely spoon out of a piece of wood that had no function before, God created us. He carved our lives and he worked with love and care. He shaped us and he took out the bad. Ephesians 2 verse 10, for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we shall walk in them. Then the man has to show the work to the woman, to the father, sorry. He has to show it to the father and prove that with love and care he made the spoon, and that he would guide the wife. And that is how it goes. We cannot get to God but through Jesus. John 14 verse 6 to 7. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him, and have seen him. And last, but not least, just like the man will show his love to the woman, he presents this spoon. She has to make the decision to take it or leave it. She can choose to become his wife, or she can choose to not accept it. And that is just the same as God. He stands at our door, at our heart's door, and he knocks. And he will keep knocking, and he will never leave us, and he will always love us. But in the end, it's our choice to decide whether or not we will open the door and accept his love. Whether you do it with a free heart, or whether you do it because you think, it's the easy way out, that is up to you. Revelations 3 verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and eat with him, and he with me. Just like the man, we need to work hard and do everything with love and care, because God only wants the best for us. And just like the woman, we need to inspect everything that we take into our lives to make sure that it is good and pure, and that it would be an extra in our lives and not a burden. And as the woman receives the spoon of love, let us receive God in our lives with the promise to love, honor, serve, and obey him, because without God we are nothing. Can I please ask all the dads, and if your husband isn't here, can I ask the children to please come collect a spoon for their moms and wives? Thank you. Where's the dads? I'm watching you. And the husbands, Lut, I'm watching you. Okay, can I please ask us to sing hymn 230, Take My Life and Let It Be.
Kom ons sluit ons oë. Onse Vader in die hemel is, Here, baie dankie dat U nie net vir Adam geskape het nie, maar vir Eva ook. Here, want waar sal ons wees sonder die mamas in ons lewens? Here, ons dra al die mamas vandag aan U op. Here, seën hulle, wees hulle naby, vir al die werk wat hulle vir ons en vir ons kinders, by die werk, by die kerk, oralste waar hulle is, die liefde en die omgee wat hulle uitstraal. Amen. Dankie julle, ons sal nou skuif vir die Sabbatskool.